Good afternoon or good evening, folks. Welcome to the Sports Report. My friend Gary Patterson and I are here to set you straight on everything that's going on.
Yep.
Gary, we might as well tackle the Red Sox first.
Okay. Might as well. Spring's coming.
Spring's coming. The Red Sox still lack a bullpen.
They sure do. I think it's going to kill them.
Now, how's this for a conspiracy theory? John Henry says to Dave Dombrowski, "Don't spend any more money or I'll feed you to the fish in Boston Harbor. But tell the press you have the green light from management to spend whatever you need because we want to win."
Yeah.
Talking out of both sides of his yapper at the same time. And it's sort of like John Henry is a 3-card Monte dealer in Times Square.
Right.
Do you ever watch those guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
you see
it is
now you know
amazing
it.
to watch them.
Yeah,
Yes, I have actually.
They're beautiful.
Yes.
Give a wager a couple of bob?
No.
No, because you can't beat them.
I've observed only.
Now, so everybody's bemoaning the fact the Red Sox cannot seem to settle this affair in the bullpen.
Yes.
I want to suggest something else to you.
Okay.
I think there's more problems.
Yeah.
First of all, we can't even decide who's going to be our catcher.
Right.
So why we're delaying with the three of them is beyond me.
Yeah.
I mean, is somebody going to come in and offer a qualified relief pitcher for one of them? It ain't going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
No.
You know, the whole perception that the Red Sox have this wealth of depth at catcher is nonsense. They've got guys, but they all stink. You know, I mean, nobody's emerged.
Well,
They can all throw. They can all catch. Are they adequate catchers? Yeah, they're adequate catchers. I mean, it's not a hole, right?
And Swihart's the best hitter of the bunch.
And Swihart's the best hitter of the bunch.
Yeah, and he's hitting,
And he can catch.
He's got a great arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hitting over 400, and he can run.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't want to put him in there. I think a couple of the pitchers, I think Porcello's one, has said, "I don't want to pitch to him. I want to pitch to Sandy Leone."
You know, I think they've been open to moving any of the three.
Yep.
And
Look, there's
nothing out there for them.
There's no market
There's nothing out there
for an overweight 147 hitter.
Right.
And there's no market.
Even if he can throw.
Yeah. And there's no market for Vasquez at $4.4 million.
Right.
Yeah. So they've hoisted themselves on their own petard, it seems to me. And then you look at first base. Now, first base is okay this year. This is not a good long-term plan, however. However, I know why they're doing it.
Yeah.
Because we do have a plethora of youngsters along the way. However, they're all third basemen.
Yeah. You're going to be trading some of them for relief pitcher.
Yeah,
July,
so you don't have that many hitters in your system, so you're going to trade Dahlbeck, or you're going to trade Chavis?
You're going to have to trade somebody. Okay,
I'll tell you.
In July, we can say it right here.
Yeah.
2 weeks before the season starts, they're going to be looking for a relief pitcher in July.
And now you got Bogaerts.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to write you a scenario about Bogaerts.
Okay.
I'm not going to come to spring training without a contract. Scott Boras told me that we're not going to do that. We're just going to sit home and wait for the highest bidder. Now,
next year, you mean?
So
he's a free agent after this year, right? Bogaerts.
You know what? I had it in here, and I think he is.
He's a free agent next off season.
Yep.
So
now with that in mind, now, by the way, the lords of baseball are getting a real bum rap. Look at all these free agents, there's collusion, these guys aren't signing these guys, and what the hell does Boras do every year?
Yeah.
He sits his guys out until the 12th of never.
Right.
Does anybody...
So Bogaerts is a Boras client, right?
As is Jackie Bradley.
as is Jackie Bradley.
Yeah.
Is Bradley up at the end of this year?
No, I think it's next year.
Yeah. So at the end of this year, Bogarts is up. Mm-hmm. Right?
So he's
So,
going. Yeah.
He's going to be looking for 25.
That's
let's just
right.
say.
That was the number I came up with. And when worst comes
they
to
can't afford
worst,
to
he'll
pay it.
settle for 22 or
They
something.
can't afford to pay it.
They can't afford to pay it. He
Right.
is not that great.
No.
Good, very good.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, he's
Yeah.
got 5 tools. Maybe not the best 5 tools in the league, but he's a 5-tool player.
They just can't. So the question is, would somebody else pay that for him?
That's right.
Right.
That's right. And he's a good citizen. He's good in the clubhouse.
He is a good
There's
citizen.
No problem.
He's a good player.
he's
He's a guy who's going to play
That's right.
15 years, is going to make 4 or 5 All-Star teams.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Boris will hold him out, and then the Red Sox will have to decide, well, and then they'll start bidding against
But
themselves
once they get
with
to the end of the
Boris.
year, I mean, he's just a free agent.
That's right. Yeah. But Boris waits and waits and waits
Right.
and waits, just like with JD.
So, but what I'm saying is, if you're saying that you're going to have to go somewhere between 22 and 28 a year to sign him, I don't think you can do it.
No, I think you have to say
You have
sayonara.
to say, okay, see you later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which then says, depending how the season goes, do you trade him at the deadline?
Maybe. Maybe. And maybe Lynn is ready.
Right.
He's hit well in spring training. He can field. And now, it depends on what you get for him. But
Right,
you
so if
should be able to do well.
Okay. So, you got him now. So if Bogarts came out in April and broke his ankle and he was going to be out for 4 months,
Bingo.
right? Would it be, you say, oh, that's it for the Red Sox?
No,
you
you
wouldn't.
stick Sue Lynn there. And,
Yeah.
and if he doesn't do it, well, then Holt does it. Or there's a few guys looking for a job that can field at shortstop. You're right. You don't roll up your carpet and go home.
Right.
Your magic carpet. And then you get second base. Now you get Petey. Well, Petey wants to play.
Yeah.
But they put him on the DL and said, you're not
Yeah.
ready to play.
Right.
I think this is going to be a drama that's going to play out for quite a while.
Yeah.
I don't think... We may have seen the last of Petey.
I think we very well may have. Yeah. I mean, we'll see him on a rehab assignment in Pawtucket at some point.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
Right. So he's going to stay down in Florida for now.
Yep.
Keep working. It's a long year, right?
Sure is.
I
It
mean-
sure is.
If he really could rehab it and come back in June, that'd be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he can hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he can field if he can move. If he can still move.
So now...
I mean, his defense in his prime was such
Was
an upgrade
exceptional.
over what we've had the last couple of years. Between
Yeah.
Holt and Nunez, are you kidding me?
Nunez is...
Pedroia was, yeah.
on a scale of 1 to 5, he's about a 2 as a fielder.
Yeah.
I mean, not that he doesn't
okay.
try. He hustles.
He's
but
okay. I think he's okay at third. I don't like him at
He's
second.
better at third.
Don't like him
Yeah.
at second.
And he's not a bad hitter.
Yeah.
And he gets hot.
He gets his hacks.
Yeah. Yeah, he takes
Definitely
his hacks,
takes his
yeah.
hacks.
So then we take a look at left field. Well, we're all set there with Benny.
Yeah.
Right field, we're all set there with Mookie. Center field. Now, I tell you, I really and truly think that JBJ is going to be thinking in the, I'm the best defensive center fielder in baseball, or damn close.
Yeah. He's elite.
And if I can put together a year where I hit 275 and knock in 80 runs and get 18 home runs, I'm a $22 million a
Yeah.
year ball player. And you can't
We
do
can't do that either.
No.
No, because I do think they're gonna re-sign Chris Sale. I
They've
do.
indicated
I think
that.
that
yeah.
sounds like it's cooking.
That almost sounds like a done deal.
Yeah.
But Now, okay, so Jackie walks.
And I think that's the deal, right? You're going to re-sign Sale. You're going to get Mookie done. Mookie's going to be very expensive, but you're going to get it done. And that means that Bogarts and Bradley got to go.
Now, the best situation would be if you could trade them and get something
Yeah, that's
back.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, because if they walk, guess what you're left with?
Yeah.
Your memories. And pitifully little else.
So
But
it's
this
a very
is
interesting.
my scenario's not done yet, though.
Okay.
So, Jackie walks.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll solve that. Benny, you're the center fielder.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Or Mookie, either
What
one.
are we going to do with left field? Oh, well, we haven't thought that far ahead yet.
Well,
So
Go get a guy.
if
You got to go get
I
a guy.
don't want to see J.D. I don't want him out there.
No, not J.D. Martinez.
No.
Go get a legitimate outfielder.
Yeah, listen.
We can do that.
We can play that charade all day long, but he is not a good major league outfielder.
No.
He's a hell of a hitter. One of the best hitters in baseball. But, man, I don't want to see him out there every day.
I want him to DH, and I want to see him working out, and occasionally you can see him at first base. But we play National League teams, he needs to play first base.
Bingo. Yeah, that's a plan. That's
Yeah.
a plan. So then,
If Big Poppy could do it, he could do it.
sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
No question. So then, we've got, I think, the starting rotation we can live with.
Yeah. I believe you're right.
Yeah.
Is this the year Erod emerges?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people are.
He is
talking about that.
He is apparently has convinced folks that he's serious, that he is in shape, and
Yeah.
that he is really going to challenge hitters, which is something they've been trying to get him to do. Now, the biggest disappointment, it seems to me, is Stephen Wright.
Yeah.
He managed to screw up or what?
Yeah. He's a problem child.
That is really
You know-
that stinks.
I just don't get it.
I don't either.
You're throwing a knuckleball. What the heck do you need PEDs for?
Exactly.
You're throwing a knuckleball.
Oh, I need to feel better. Or,
You know?
Oh.
I mean, things coming in at like 73 miles an hour.
Yeah. It's not like he runs the base. Oh, never mind that. Bringing that up. But he really was going to be a key part of that bullpen.
He was. He was
He
going
was
to be
going to
one
be a
of
guy that could come in and go 3 and
come in
2/3
and
innings.
screw people up.
Yeah. Or even close. I wouldn't be afraid to put him out there as a closer.
Right. Well, I'd prefer not to do that, but he's also depth for the rotation. If somebody goes down for an extended period, he can start.
That's exactly right.
So what did he get? 80.
80 games, yeah.
So he'll be back.
Half the season.
So he'll be back for the
Now,
second
his
half.
knee is still bothering him.
Good. You got half the season to get it cleaned up.
Yeah, so he's maybe 30 or 40 games before he would be really ready to play. So now he's going to miss 40 games.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, now you're going to be ripped about this. King Kong Bundy passed away.
Really?
Yep,
That's a shame.
61 years old.
Yeah. Well,
Rest in peace. Julie Ruth Stevens passed away at the age of 102.
102.
Babe
That's
Ruth's daughter.
Babe Ruth's daughter, 102.
And Harry Howell, a veteran defenseman for the New York Rangers, passed away. And, I followed hockey, and that goes back when I was a kid. I used to memorize the bubblegum cards. And, oh, man, I was, so into hockey and baseball and all that. In his obituary, they used the throwaway line, Harry the Horse. I don't know who wrote the obituary, but I never, ever heard him called Harry the Horse.
Really? Never?
No, never. Now, there was a Harry the Horse in the league, and there was Harry Pidherney, an old
Okay.
late 40s, early 50s,
Yeah.
left wing. big guy,
Yeah,
and he was Harry the Horse.
Harry the Horse.
Wasn't Harry Howell.
So they misassigned it probably.
Probably there's a copywriter that
Yeah.
saw that one time and decided to throw
So
that.
we're going with Harry the Horse.
Harry the Horse, yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace as well. He had one good line. He was a good hockey player.
Yeah.
And he finally won the Best Defenseman in the League award. And he said, well, thank goodness I finally won it. He said, and just in time. He says, because Bobby Orr will have that for the next 10 years.
He was right.
He was right, yeah.
He was right, yep.
All right. Now, I have one more problem here I wrote about. On the Craig Kimbrell situation.
Yeah, he's still out there as
Yep.
we tape.
His Boston Red Sox former teammates are outspoken that somehow the system is shafting Kimbrell because he isn't signed by now. This is ridiculous. Number one, merchandise that is overpriced doesn't sell well.
Yeah.
Two, a team that signs him is paying for the future and not the past.
Yeah.
How well does stale bread sell? There are lots of pitchers around at a lower price that are willing to pitch in the seventh or eighth innings or in non-save situations. So why should a team overpay for a prima donna?
You know, the new thinking with these young hip managers is moving away from having a closer, a guy who only pitches in the ninth inning when you have a lead.
We'll go back to the
You know,
40s.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but clearly, and Cora is in that group of managers.
Do you
We
know,
saw it in the postseason,
in the 30s and
and
40s.
he
Yeah.
wants pitchers who maybe I'll decide to use you in the seventh, and Kimbrell doesn't want that. But that role that Kimbrell has is out of vogue. Right.
Money, saves.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the idea that you're going to pay somebody, you know, 15 or 16 or 17 or 18 million dollars for a role that you don't want to define anymore. You just want.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to do that, including the Red Sox.
In the 30s and 40s, do you know who closed games? Old, veteran, just about washed up pitchers.
Yeah.
That's who did it.
And they came in the seventh.
Yeah.
And closed the
Raleigh
game.
Fingers did. He came in the seventh all the time.
Dick Raditz coming in the fifth and
the big horse.
Yeah.
So is it possible that with his fastball slowing down, he'll have to reinvent himself and rely on breaking pitches and off-speed stuff more? Is a project what you want to play dollar for? And one final note, loyalty to one's friends is commendable, but please notice the major league teams are not beating a path to Brother Kimbrell's door with satchels of money in hand. They're taking a much more dispassionate view than his friends have. And guess what? The evidence is overwhelming. They're right.
Yeah. I mean, the market's not there for him.
That's right.
So
I don't know what he's going to do because he's not going to come back to the Red Sox with a tin cup in his hand. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
He's not going to come back with a tin cup in his hand and say, "I'll settle for $8 million for a year or something."
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think he would do that.
His market, you know, if you're the Red Sox right now and they said, we'll do a 1-year deal for $10 million, would you do it?
I don't think you would.
But what if he did? And you're the Red Sox, would you take that deal? 1 year, $10 million. You might have to make another move to get under the cap because I don't know how much money they have to the tax.
Yeah.
I don't think they have. They may not even have $10 million.
Yeah, I think you may be right. Now,
I
this
think they got like
this
5.
baloney too, that Tom Warner and John Henry put out that we've given Dombrowski the okay to go ahead and do what he's got to do. We want to win another pennant is horse feathers. I don't think he's got it, and I don't think they'd let him
So,
go
you
over
know,
that cap.
if they came back and Kimbrel said 1 year, 10 million, and the answer was, okay, you're a relief pitcher, you're not a closer. You may close some games, you may get some saves, but you also may come in the 7th inning, you may come in the 5th inning. It's a new world when it comes to the bullpen.
You know, you're absolutely right.
And if you're willing to do that, we'll give you 10 million for 1 year. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I gotta believe there's someone out there that would say, you know what? I'll give you a show me contract, $8 million. Show me you can do it, and next year I'll sign you to a 3-year deal.
Well,
I don't know. I gotta believe there's a team out there that would do it.
yeah. Well, at $8 million.
Yeah, yeah.
But up to this point, he hasn't been willing to go to $8 million.
No, he hasn't.
So,
I don't know where he's been willing to go to, because if you read the reports, he's not being overwhelmed with offers.
I was going to say, who's going to go pay him? Okay, so say it's 12.
Yeah. Okay.
Say he's got floating. I'll come in for 1 year at 12 and hit the market again next year. Who's going to do that?
I can't.
Right? The Yankees aren't going to do it. I mean, the Phillies might.
The Dodgers might, because they do foolish things.
The Dodgers
They got more money
might.
than God.
You know, I don't think the Braves will do it. That he's been linked to the Braves.
right.
The Braves have done nothing.
No, and I think if the Braves were going to do something,
They would have already done it.
Yeah, it would have already been a deal.
Yeah, I agree. So, you know, where's this market going to come from?
You know, the Tampa Rays have got the beginning of an interesting team down there. But
They could
they're
do
not
it.
going to throw that kind of money
They
out.
could.
I don't think. Yeah, but they really got a tight purse strings
Yeah, they
down
do.
there.
But they've got some pitching.
That's right.
I mean,
And you know what? Maybe Kimbrel would help matters a lot
Yeah,
down there.
I think he
They
would.
certainly got an excellent manager down there in Dave Cash.
For a 1 year deal,
Yeah.
1 year,
Yeah.
$10 million to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound out of the realm.
Doesn't? No, that doesn't sound
That
bad at
doesn't
all.
sound out of the realm to me at all.
This kid Feltman is getting some press, but then he came in the other day and blew up. So,
He's a pitcher?
yep, he's a shortish right-hander,
Yeah.
relief pitcher, and they say he's got major league stuff now. He's got a fastball that rides in the 94 to 95 range, and he's got one of these breaker balls that just boof.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it just drops off the table.
Young kid?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Hasn't been in the majors yet.
So,
So they like him, and they like the other kid too that they have down there, the big left-hander. Is it another Rodriguez, or I know he's a
know.
Spanish kid,
I don't know.
but and he can throw. But I was bored out of my mind here one Sunday, and I actually tuned in and watched the Red Sox spring training game. He started. First inning, okay. Control was a little iffy. And then the second inning, he just blew up.
Yeah.
And they said, that's the problem. He's got to settle down.
So what about the number one pick there, the lefty that had arm surgery?
Oh, yeah.
Had Tommy
Now,
John?
did they say mid-year he'll be pitching?
Yeah. So, you know,
Broom.
that's good. Yeah, gets back for a little bit this year, and then next year maybe back.
Maybe,
So,
yeah. And you know the funny part about it is that they've got him ranked quite highly
Yeah.
as a prospect. After Tommy John surgery, he hasn't picked the ball up yet.
Right.
But they got him
but
ranked.
everybody
quite
comes
highly.
back from it now.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not
Do you know
the risk it was.
that
And some of these guys, they come back better. They're
there's,
throwing harder.
There's something going on too. Some people have. There's been a couple of newspaper articles of fathers having their sons get Tommy John when they don't need it, so that they'll have a better fastball.
Really?
Yeah, high school.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, this is insane.
That's crazy. I think.
I think it's insane. I think it's absolute madness.
But look at
I don't know.
look at Evaldi, right? Two surgeries,
And
throwing 102.
yeah, he's 99 the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, how long have we been racing horses on tracks?
Long time.
Long time. Something's wrong in Santa Anita.
Oh, really?
Out of the meet, they've canceled it. They've stopped the meet. 21 horses have
I
died
did hear about
since
this, yeah.
December 26th. And a couple of days ago, another one
Yeah.
broke both front legs, and they said, that's it. The meet's over. We're not going to have any racing here until we get to the bottom
Yeah.
of this.
Has it been a common theme to why they're all dying?
No, breaking legs.
Broken legs?
Yeah. And you know,
You got to think
as a
the surface, don't you? Got to think about the surface. I mean,
and the
first.
surface is usually closer to beach sand on top.
Yeah.
It's soft. There's give to it, you know. And you'd think by now they'd know how to do that. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's crazy.
I mean, if they're all broken bones,
Yep.
legs running,
Yep.
you got to look at the track first, don't you? I'm
boy.
sure they have.
I would certainly think so. Boy. So tell me something. What do you think about the rule changes?
The rule changes?
Yeah.
Which ones in particular?
Well, the inning breaks they've shot into exactly 2 minutes. So I mean that's a
so I'm in favor of that.
Who cares? The mound visits reduced from 6 to 5.
I'm okay with that.
The August waiver trades will be eliminated.
I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah, with the July 31st trade deadline representing the last opportunity to deal players. Players can be claimed via outright waivers and will be eligible for the postseason under such circumstances. But teams can no longer start trading veterans after July 31st should they fall out of contention by that time.
Yeah.
And that's more popular probably in football and hockey, where you begin to shed cost. You clean up the rosters so you get a better draft choice, you know?
Right, right.
Tanking. Yeah, so I think that's a good deal.
Yeah, I like that.
The All-Star voting is just nonsense. The winner of the Home Run Derby will be awarded $1 million, with the pool of competitors divvying up a total purse of $2.5 million. I don't. It's all funny money to me. I don't.
Whatever.
Yeah. Maybe it's okay. The Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball's Players Association will set up joint committees to discuss other rule changes. And in 2020, the number of players on the active roster through August 31st will increase from 25 to 26. Why the hell they have to wait till 2020 to do something like that, to add a player?
I don't get that
That's
either.
beyond me.
Yeah.
In September, teams will be required to expand to a 28-man roster, with the 40-man roster becoming a thing of the past. Hell, they didn't have enough room for the guys to sit down in the dugout as it was. And for what? I mean, bring them up so and hopefully they'll get in the game. And so some of the fringe players, they'd like to see that, I suppose. But generally speaking, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Details.
Yeah. And this business about the pitcher, if you bring in a pitcher from the bullpen, he has to face 3 batters.
Yeah, that's a really interesting one because that is a big change.
It is a big change.
That is a very big change.
Now, they say that we have a handshake deal with the Major League Players Association on this. That's what Major League Baseball said. Tony Clark, the president, who played a few games here for the Red Sox, if you remember, said, Oh no,
Yeah.
we've agreed. We'll talk about it.
That is going to cost players jobs.
That's right.
Specialist, the left-handed specialist.
He's
right, who comes
we're
in,
not happy about that.
comes in for one batter. We don't have them. We haven't had any of these guys for several years. But a lot of teams have those lefties. They're coming for a batter. You look at these guys in September, and they've been in 70 games, and they've pitched like 44 innings. Right.
That's right.
They come in. So that is another thing that plays to the rethinking of your bullpen. I mean, that has an impact on the
Who you
rethinking of your
sign
bullpen.
yeah.
If you have a guy who can only get one side of the plate out, and you got to bring him in for 3 hitters late in the game, and the other guys can pinch hit. I mean,
Yeah. I don't think it's a good idea.
I don't either.
No. I hope they don't do that.
If you want to start at 2 and try it, start at 2. But the whole righty-lefty thing late in the game.
If you want to try it, do it down in AAA.
Right.
Yeah.
So speed up change in pitchers, right?
Yep.
I mean, they don't need. Have they cut the number of pitches they get when they come in from the bullpen? It used to be
think so.
8,
Yeah, I think it still is 8.
and they don't need 8.
No, the 5 would do just fine.
3 would do.
Yeah.
They're warming up in the
Yeah.
bullpen. Give
They come
them
in-
4 pitches.
Yeah,
Give them
that's
3
right.
pitches.
Yeah.
But it never really mattered because they were going to commercial.
Oh,
anyway.
they're going to screw with the mound again,
They're-
too, by the way.
They are.
Yeah. I believe the mound, the way they're going to redo it, change the landing area a little bit, I think, is what this is all about. So I think it's going to go back like 6 or 7 inches further back. From 60 feet 6 inches to 61 feet 2 inches or something.
Wow.
Almost inconsequential, but
But a significant change. Yeah.
yeah. By the way,
I think the height of the mound influences more
does?
than
definitely
another 6
does.
inches.
Yeah.
Right.
The height, now, what's it now? Is it 12 inches or is it 15?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I know it used to be 18. And those big guys, especially somebody 6'6", man, he's looking right
Yeah.
down on you.
Yeah.
And it was a big difference. By the way,
1968, right? When
yeah.
offense was suppressed because the mound was at its highest, I think.
Yeah. And everybody was crying, oh, we need
Yeah.
home runs
Lower
and
the mound.
hits and all that, The Rays have got a wonderful young pitcher in Blake Snell.
Yeah.
They re-upped him under the rights, and they didn't give him anything. So he said, quote, "The rights have the right under the collective bargaining agreement to renew me at or near the league minimum salary," Snell said in a statement. "They also have the ability to more adequately compensate me, as other organizations have done, with players who have similar achievements to mine. The Rays chose the former."
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah.
I would suggest they probably have an unhappy camper there with Blake Snell. And you know what? Why?
Yeah.
I mean, so what are we talking about? 150,000 extra to give him?
Yeah. Well, he hasn't made his money yet.
Yeah.
Right?
So, instead they've got a 21-5 pitcher who has got this thing festering.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a wise move.
Yeah.
But they're a cheap outfit.
Yeah.
Well, what do we got here? That's what I was looking for earlier. Jackie Bradley Jr. No, Jackie Bradley Jr. doesn't go free till 2021.
Okay. So we got him for
Yep,
2 more years or 3 more years?
2 more years.
2 more years for JBJ.
And
How about Bogarts?
Xandar is a free agent in 2020.
So after this year. Mm-hmm. And anybody else?
Yes. Chris Sale goes.
Yeah. So we're going to re-sign Sale.
Yep. Eduardo Nunez, Stephen Pierce,
Yeah.
Brock Holt,
No rush.
Tyler Thornburg,
No rush.
and that's the whole bunch.
And Pablo's money finally goes off next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Well, it helps.
In the Patriots free agents, I also made a copy of that.
Yeah.
And, well, check that out. I don't know.
Were you surprised by anything that happened? So where we are is that, Flowers
Yeah.
has left.
Yes, I am surprised.
Trent Brown has left. Trent
yeah.
Brown went fast.
By the way,
Cordell Patterson left.
yep.
Malcolm
What-
Brown left.
Yeah, and Malcolm Brown, I think that was, the handwriting was on the wall. Waddle left, Ladrian Waddle.
Yep. Waddle left.
Eric Rowe left.
Yep.
Um,
So we had a lot of guys go.
Trey Flowers went.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Well, it does, but I'm not surprised by it, right? So this is the way Bill does it, right? He's not paying
Not going to
that
pay
position
$18 million.
17, $18 million.
No.
For a kid that they drafted in the fourth
That's
round.
right.
He got his 4 years out of him.
Yep.
Bill treats it more like a college program. You get these guys, you got them for 4 years, and then we're not paying them.
Do you know there
Right.
was a
So,
there was a blurb on the internet yesterday that these idiots that write these things on the internet drive me crazy.
Yeah.
But WEI.com, Belichick was really trying hard to keep Trent Brown.
was he?
Who
I don't believe that for a second.
I don't believe it for a second
No.
either. First of all, his conditioning kind of fell off towards the end. That was leaked. Or maybe he put a few extra pounds on.
Yeah.
And that he wasn't always alert and awake and taking part in the training, lab work, as we would call it, or whatever. That he didn't really participate in the classroom stuff.
So he went to
Oakland.
Oakland,
Yeah.
So I get it. Oakland had a ton of cap space, but I think they overpaid. We'll see what happens. I mean, he struggled in San Francisco, was considered an underachiever. He came here under Scarnecchia for a year, had a terrific year, and then got paid elite money. And so we'll see.
He got paid retirement for the rest of
Yeah.
my life money.
Yeah.
Now
And
there's,
you know what? Hey,
but
God bless you.
there's
they offer it, you take it.
there's a caveat. It's only 36 million is guaranteed. So
Yeah.
18 and 18 is guaranteed. After that,
Yeah.
non-guaranteed. So either he's putting out at a high level and working his buns off, or else
Yeah.
he's either going to get reworked or else released.
But he's going to make a ton of money in the first 2 years.
Boy, he ever. And you know what? If he has got a decent financial guy taking care of his money,
Yeah.
set for the rest of his life.
Should be.
Should be.
Should be.
I mean, unless you go, don't need to build mansions and have 11 Ferraris and
Yeah.
go on vacations every other week. And if you just live like a normal human
He doesn't
being.
seem like that kind of kid.
No,
Trent Brown.
no, I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope this is a good thing for him, you know?
So he's gone. So, they got the kid from last year. They'll probably
was
draft another tackle.
Drafted number 2 in the second round.
Well, the first round picks, the win, tackle.
I thought he went in the second round.
I think he went at the end of the first. We ended up with 2 first round picks, didn't we? Him and Sony Michel.
Maybe.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
think we did.
And anyways, I think, obviously,
The pick
Coach
for Brandon
Belichick.
Cooks, the Brandon Cooks pick.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was he did well with Brandon Cooks.
Well, yeah.
Bring him in at one price and unload him in another.
Both
And
first round picks,
and
right?
get a year out of it.
And get a year out of him. And Brandon Cooks made out well, too.
Yeah, I was really surprised though that he didn't get a receiver.
Not yet.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
not done.
Yeah. Oh, I know he's not done. Yeah.
I'm thinking he's going to get one on draft night.
Cordarrelle, I wanted him to bring him back, but 2 years, 10 mil.
Yeah, he made 4.25 according to this last year.
Yeah.
I thought he made 3. He made 4.25. So that's too much
Yeah.
for his role
By the way,
in the
one
Belichick thinking. I get that.
one thing I'm very happy about, Brandon Bolden is back.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, he
he's
took care of special teams.
He's special team guy, and he is a strong running back in short yardage situations. He's a bulldog out there.
You know, the coverage teams had some issues at times this year. He didn't really give up any big ones, but
Right.
they didn't play the Bills' special teams. He special teams.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Now, there's 2 guys he picked up halfway through the year. Albert McClellan
Yeah,
and
he played well on special teams, McCollum. He made a number of tackles.
Ramon Humba.
Yeah,
You know,
and then they signed the safety from
one's
Buffalo.
One's 32 and the other's 33, and they're $745 or $800,000 a year
Yeah.
guys. I'm sure the coach is going to re-sign those 2 guys.
Yeah,
Those guys are.
he
That's
loves those
depth.
guys. He loves those guys.
Yeah, and you know what? They play well.
Yeah. They re-signed John Simon, right? So Simon got here.
Simon got a pretty good paycheck.
You know, Simon was a good college player. And then he, kicked around. He came here, didn't do much. Then he, down the stretch last year, he played, and he played well.
Played very well.
So it's almost like it took him a year to kind of get it, right?
Again, it's
And now he's one of those guys. He's on the inside now. Simon,
Skanecchia.
Simon's on defense, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, right.
he's a linebacker, but he's kind of a defensive end.
Yeah.
He's an edge guy.
Flores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get what they're doing, Miami. Trading Tannehill and signing Ryan Fitzpatrick. I don't get that at all. They gave him a 2-year deal.
1 for 1. But now that was big bucks, though. The Tannehill left town.
It was, but
Yeah.
fine. You're getting rid of Tannehill, but Fitzpatrick, really?
Blake Bortles too.
Yeah, he's
Now,
out there now. He's making visits to people.
he's Bortles has signed.
Oh, he has?
Yeah. Think he's out. I think he went to the Rams. I think he's going to be.
Yeah, he was talking to them.
Yeah.
That's interesting. He went to the Rams, huh?
Yeah. You know, I would like to have seen the Patriots pick him up on the cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an excellent runner. He brings something to the game that they lack.
Yeah, and they had supposedly liked him,
Yeah, they had.
draft.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
right? I mean, he went early, first round.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and flopped.
except when he played us. Played
Yeah.
well against us.
Oh, I'd rather not remember
Yeah,
that.
he did, though.
Yeah, I know he did. Yeah.
Over multiple seasons.
Jim Furyk is a golfer.
Yeah. He came close last week.
Came close.
I was watching.
But you know what? I don't think he's doing much crying.
Oh,
You know what second prize was worth?
what?
1.25 mil.
1.25.
A little bit over 1.25 mil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too shabby, huh?
Yeah. And it made his endorsers happy that he was on TV.
Well, Kevin Duffy wrote a column that if you believe this, everything is hunky-dory at Foxborough. All set at quarterback, all set with the running backs. Linebackers look good here. Interior offensive line, heck, we get everybody back.
Interior, yeah.
Safety, we get plenty of them. And cornerbacks, boy, we got the best set of cornerbacks in football. Minor work needed on the offensive tackle.
Yeah.
Isaiah Wynn is the kid's name.
Yeah, they're going to draft another tackle.
They'll draft another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they'll pick up another guy.
And I think
a
they'll draft one
six-year
pretty.
vet
I
or
think they'll
something
draft
like
one
that.
pretty high. So they got a first round pick in 2 seconds,
Yep.
3/3.
Yep.
So 6 players. So if you could add 6 positions, just generically saying, okay, you got 6 guys, where do you want them? You got to invest in a tackle.
Do you think it's?
You might even have to invest in 2 tackles.
That's
With
right.
Waddle gone now.
Yep. Waddle's gone.
You know.
Yep. But you know what? Waddle can be replaced by
Yeah,
a
but you
guy
gotta
that's
do
been
it.
around the
Right.
year 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Been in the league 4 or 5 years. And,
Final cuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so, offensive line, I think, a tackle. Bill's going to draft at least 1 defensive lineman, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe 2.
Well, you
I'd
know
like
what?
to see him add another linebacker. Jawan Bentley's coming back, which
Yeah. That's good. That's good
that's
news.
a big thing.
Yes.
He looked good. And then I think he'll add in the defensive backfield.
Now, you read this stuff, and Kevin Duffy, he's segueing into being the beat writer for the Herald, And then you come to a specialist. Major work needed. Then you read it, Joe Cardona is all set.
Yeah.
And, we don't have a kicker, and we don't have a punter.
Well, they signed their punter.
Major work needed.
Yeah.
All you got to do is sign them both,
Yeah.
and there's no work needed.
So they signed Ryan Allen.
Oh, they
today.
did? Okay.
Yeah.
Today, then.
So they signed him, and so it's Gostkowski, right, who was making highest paid kicker.
Yeah, for 4.7 or something like that.
So, would you
4.3.
would you be willing to give Gostkowski, 2 years, $8 million, $4 million, but 2 years?
I don't think he'd be willing to take it. He made 4.3 last
Well,
year.
who's knocking his door down?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, then now there's a good point, because there's too many guys coming out of college. I mean, you could place kickers coming out of all over the place.
Yeah.
That kid from, was it Alabama or was it Clemson? They were raving about the place kicker.
Yeah.
You got those guys with strong legs.
Right. And you're gonna get those guys in 4th round at the earliest, not even the 4th round, but 5th, 6th. Bill's got a ton of picks late in the draft. He could draft a couple of kickers and bring them to camp.
Would Bill trade a number 1 for a 2 and a 3?
I think he's going to trade around for sure.
Yeah.
He's not making 12 picks.
No.
He's got 12 total picks. A bunch of them are in the back.
Yep.
Like 3
But,
sevens.
but 2s and 3s, he likes them. 4s, he loves.
He's got 2. He's got a 1, 2, 2s, and 3 3s right now. Now
Yeah.
the 3s are back towards the back of the round because they're compensatory, right?
Yeah.
But they're still.
tail end.
3rd round picks.
Third round picks are 3rd round picks.
Right.
Yeah.
He loves those.
Oh.
Learned that from Jimmy Johnson. Love those 3rd round picks.
Absolutely. And he does well with them, too. That's,
Yeah. Well, he's had his ups and downs.
Up in Maine, football is being so de-emphasized that they're going to 8-man teams.
Are they really?
High schools, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Safety concerns.
Huh.
And that's about the gist of the whole article. However, this is the part that scares me a little bit. Beacon Hill lines up on youth tackle bill. When we get the legislature starting here in Massachusetts to pass bills about football,
Yeah.
I'm all for this being total safety for the kids.
Yeah.
I don't want those bozos messing with it, because they'll screw it up. They can't walk and chew gum at the same time. All right, now, do you have a Tom Brady rookie card?
I do not. I wish I did.
Well, the last one just sold here, and it graded a 9 out of 10, and sold for $400,100.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, is right.
That's quite a number.
That's a big number. Uh-oh, Vontae's perfect got cut.
I heard that.
Yeah,
Good thing.
yeah. Now,
Think anybody will sign him?
you know, someone will.
Someone probably will.
Waddle signed with Buffalo.
Yeah. I always liked him. I liked him back in the draft.
Do you know what? He was a serviceable football player.
Yeah.
Nothing to write home about, but
Oh, you
serviceable.
said Waddle? Yeah.
Yeah. Malcolm Brown signed a 3-year, $15 million contract with the Saints.
Yeah, I read an article where from a national reporter saying he thought that was a fantastic deal for the Saints. To get him for an
Really?
$5 million average. Said he is much better than people realize.
Well, my word, he doesn't act terribly motivated at times, but well, there again.
I don't know, Bill. You should go watch the tape, maybe.
That's it. Beside Bill. Philip Dorsett, they re-signed him. I like Philip Dorsett.
Yeah.
You know one
He
thing.
needs to emerge, though.
One thing you can't coach, and that's speed.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Yeah.
They've got to find a way.
It's time to emerge for
Yeah,
him.
he's got to find a way. They got to find a way to get him more involved in the offense.
Right.
Now,
They picked up a tight end who I like. You know, he's known. So I take it as a sign that Gronk is coming back, because what they did was they replaced Dwayne Allen. Mm-hmm. They got a guy who's at least as good as this guy's known to be a good blocker. He catches the ball. I think he's going to be an upgrade to Dwayne Allen.
oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwayne had some.
And he's
hands.
making less money than Dwayne Allen. So
The other one they signed was Bruce Ellington, 27. He's a slot receiver.
yeah,
And when you take a look at some of his stats, not bad. I mean, he had 31 catches in 7 games. So if you multiply that out,
Yeah.
it comes out to almost 70
yeah,
per year. Yeah. So, hey,
We'll see what he's got.
yeah, we'll see what
I
he's
mean,
got.
he's
And he
probably
also-
as good as some kid you're going to grab in the third round, right?
That's right. And he can also return punts.
Oh, he's a returner?
I think so.
Oh, if he's a returner. That's right. I heard they signed 2 wide receivers, right?
Yeah, the other one, Maurice Harris. He caught
heard of
28 passes for the Redskins last season. 6'3" and 200 pounds. That's pretty good size. Now, let me ask you a question.
So you think they'll bring Hogan back?
I don't think they will.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, he got $4 million last year, didn't he?
But what if you could bring him back at 2?
Well, I
and
don't.
a half.
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting to see if he would take that. Yeah.
Yeah. He hasn't signed anywhere.
No, and I don't think that they're actually beating down his door either, trying to get in.
I did hear he had talked to a couple of teams, but I don't think
Yeah.
he's got an offer yet.
Tyreek Hill, I mean, is a bad boy.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Why? They say, one guy said, these people that I read on the internet, I shoot myself afterwards. But,
Yeah.
he may have played his last game.
I think he hopefully has.
Hopefully he has his right. If the NFL has that much integrity,
Yeah.
he should be out the door. I mean,
The Chiefs should just release him.
yeah. Well, I'm sure they will. You know.
I mean, I don't know that he's been charged yet.
Well, I'll tell you.
I'm not aware that he's been charged. I know there's an
That's
investigation.
right. And he's innocent until proven guilty and all that stuff. But you know what? He took his pregnant wife and beat her on her belly.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of a person does that?
Yeah.
I mean,
bad
just
man.
a horrible, horrible person.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. The Bruins are playing the New York Islanders tonight
Yeah, should be a good game.
down in New York.
Islanders
The
are a
Islanders
good team.
are, well, I'll tell you what, when you have Barry Trotz and Lou Lamoriello as the GM, let me tell you, you're off to a damn good start. And they've turned that franchise around.
They really have.
So here's the deal. The Bruins are favored. You got to put up 112 to get 100. And the Islanders, you put up 100, you get 102. Where are you going to put your money tonight?
I don't know. I don't really like the Bruins in this game.
You know, I was all set to rail endlessly about the Bruins. And these guys that play with sandpaper and with an edge and, please let me find
They
this
have some
right
good
away.
qualities.
Yeah. Here's some qualities. Tyler Seguin, 27 goals. Phil Kessel, 24 goals. Frankie Vetrano, 22 goals. Riley Smith, 15 goals. Brett Connolly, 19 goals. Ryan Donato, Saturday night, 2 goals. Sunday night, 2 assists. These guys are guys that wouldn't go in the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah. And the Bruins' big problem now is scoring.
it is.
Too many 2-1 games and all that.
Well, they need Pasternak back.
That will help. No question
Yeah.
about that. But these
But
are
they do
guys
need
that-
another mid-20s caliber score. Second line.
They sure do.
Second line
Oh,
wing.
by the way, Carl Soderberg, who they had, he left as a free agent for probably the worst contract in history.
Yeah.
$5 million a year for, I think, 5 years. I think it was a 25 and some change paycheck. He's got 21 goals
Does he?
with Colorado.
Huh.
It's a breakout year for him. But he's
It is.
32 years old.
It is. I did not realize he was scoring like that this year.
Yeah, he's had a good year. Well, I tell you what, we'll be on the air again before the playoffs start to make our fearless predictions. But as the Bruins end up, well, they get a bad week this week because they've got to go down, after the Islanders, they got to go down and play a medium red hot Florida Panthers,
Yeah.
who play them tough, and
Yep.
then they got to go over to Tampa. You know, they could go 0 for 6 or 1 for 6 as far as points are concerned. And if Toronto gets a couple of wins, holy cow, the
Things
picture
could
could
shift.
change.
Things could shift. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what,
Or they could get 5 points.
there you go. You don't know. You don't know. So we'll have to wait for 2 weeks.
We will. We'll
All
know.
right.
We'll know how they did.
Folks, thanks for tuning in. And come back 2 weeks from now, we'll tell you how it all worked out.
Yeah. We'll
So,
see.
on that note, good night.
Right.